Most people's emails absolutely suck, and that's why they don't get meetings. Everybody can write a cold email, but not everybody can actually write one that works. My name's Jesse Rosa, and I've been running a B2B lead generation agency for the past 2+ years, primarily focusing on software, SaaS, and agencies. So let's get started in this step-by-step on how to actually write a cold email that converts. Let's get into it. How to write cold emails that convert. Everybody can write a cold email, but not everybody can actually write one that converts into cash. Everybody can ride a bicycle, but not everybody can professionally race bicycles. So we're going to cover step-by-step exactly how you can convert more with your cold emails and generate more meetings that turn into dollars. Generate more meetings that will turn into paying customers. So let's dive into this right here. So we have 5 keys to a cold email that converts into cash. We'll start with the first one. So relevancy market fit. Targeting the right people who actually want what you're selling. Make sure there's actually a need for your offering. So what do I mean by this? If you're targeting ad agencies and you're trying to sell them ads, what are you doing? That's how you start getting marked as spam, and that's how you destroy all your domains, etc. Make sure there's actually a need for your offering. Let's say you're trying to sell a new email provider like Outlook and Google to all these businesses. Is that really a big pain point for a lot of these businesses? Do they really care about having a new email provider? Is this really saving them time or saving them money? The answer is no. If you are selling, some sort of software that can shorten the length of time that they're using to do some sort of spreadsheet or reporting, okay, that's good. That could save them time and save them money. How are good ways to really test this? So you can get market feedback by running your campaigns and really just testing different parts of your offer. For example, a marketing agency. Why don't you test shorts and long form? Why don't you just test ads? Why don't you just test web design? Why don't you just test performance-based ads? So by running a lot of these offerings, you can get, different market feedback. And a lot of this does just kind of come with experience, with knowing what's going to work and what doesn't work. Like I could tell you right now, an accounting software or ERP system is just something you're probably never going to sell. No one really wants it. 2, readability and being, a short email, right? So by writing the email in the way that like a second or third grader can understand it, your replies are just going to skyrocket, right? So you don't want to be anywhere more than about 4 sentences here. People have small attention spans. They're not going to read a huge paragraph. Even if this massive paragraph, you're giving them $1 million and a free house and an R8, and it's like in 6 paragraphs. Not everyone's even going to read that. You can be giving them the world. Number 3, so a soft ask and open-ended CTA. This one's huge, and I talk about this a lot on my Twitter. So you don't want to ask for a call, and you want to kind of leave it as an open-ended ask and kind of ask, how they're feeling, right? Someone just says, how are you today? They don't say, are you feeling good? Or are you feeling bad? It's like, how are you? How you doing? How's your day today? Ask if they'd like to learn more, or, just simply ask them, hey, what do you think about this? What do you think about this offer? What do you think about this software, right? By kind of inclining them to, get on a call or get on a demo, it's like that natural sales psychologically that people just, their brain will just turn off. We'll go into number 4, the offer, which is arguably, the most important of them all. So your offer needs to be absolutely impeccable. The one, just make them feel like an idiot, for not taking you up on it. Make them feel stupid for literally not taking you up for your offer. For example, I'll cut your ad spend in half and get you more conversions than you're already getting in the next 30 days, or you don't pay me. Guaranteed. Now, that's a good offer. If someone is literally guaranteeing you that they can cut your costs and get better results for what you're already doing in the next 30 days, risk-free, it's a no-brainer, right? That's a good offer. Last one, 5, the case studies and testimonials. Like I said, spill the sauce here, show them what you're all about, right? Show people what you've done, and who you've done them for and what results you've brought, whether it's, percentages, KPIs, sort of like time saved, or if you can even say, revenue generated, or I brought them 11 more clients, or, increased XYZ by 48% in 41 days. So the best way to do this too is if you actually done work for a very similar company, like if you've done something for a clothing brand and you have a testimonial for them, target all clothing brands and use that testimonial to your advantage. People will FOMO, right? Like if you can really personalize it in a way like you only work for 40 to 45 employee-based companies that are based out of New York City that sell apparel, clothing, that only use Shopify, and you kind of call that out like in your case study and your offering, someone who fits right into that criteria is just going to feel like they're missing out. Like, oh my God, why this is happening to them? I wish this happens for me. Reply, right? So those are the 5 keys. Now let's dive into each a little more in depth here. So relevancy and market fit. If you're selling fishing poles to someone who likes to play baseball, would they be interested? No. If you're selling fishing poles to boat owners and people who live by the beach or a lake house, would they be more interested than the baseball players? Yes. Duh. So the same concept really goes into effect when you're running your cold email campaigns. We could talk about, job title targeting. So don't send a marketing offer to somebody in finance. Don't send an accounting solution to someone in marketing. You see where I'm kind of getting at here? So you got to figure out exactly what department your offering helps and, make sure to really only target them. I don't know about you, but if, I'm the CFO or head of finance and I'm getting an email about ad creatives, I'm smashing the delete button, right? And I'm marking it as spam. So make the offer relevant to the department, and it's just a very extremely important aspect. Now we have to make the offer, even more relevant. So would you target a company that doesn't even run ads with an offer about cutting ad spend? No. Would you target a company that runs $15K a month in ads with an offering about cutting ads? Yes. Okay. So let's use various databases to acquire that kind of information, and you'll see your reply rates just go through the roof. Product market fit, being in a good market with a product that can actually satisfy that market. So the more relevant you can get and the more targeted you can get, your results are just going to go through the roof, right? And if your targeting is off, it really hurts you more than you think when you're doing that spray and pray approach, because the people who are literally not relevant are going to be marking your email as spam. And we all know, the more times it gets marked as spam, your domains get crushed and you got to start from ground zero again, right? This is, like I said earlier, in all honesty, about selling accounting software, ERP systems. It just does not work well. It's not a good offer. There's hundreds of these, and there's big ones like SAP and Oracle and stuff like that they just do what they do. It's not like you're gonna revolutionize the world here unless you have $10 million and you just invested it into some crazy MVP. So like I said, it's just a bad one. Getting someone to really FOMO in over a new accounting system just really isn't it. There are tons of these. There always has been. There always will. It's just not a good market. Let's talk about e-com. E-com's booming. Everyone knows e-com's has been booming. It's been getting more and more popular. COVID, it just like blew up. It is a good niche, a good industry. So owners are really doing everything they can to optimize upsells, conversions, lower chargebacks, abandoned cart flows, everything that they can do. So tools that can really help this will always be a good market fit, whether it's short form, long form content, ads, a new software widget, some sort of SaaS platform that can just really save them time, new landing page for better conversions. This is what you would call a market fit. How do you know if there really is no market fit? Like I said, it really comes from experience and also gauging the sentiment from the replies that you receive. So that's why you can kind of run various campaigns at a time, running an ad offer, running a web design offer. For example, if you're doing this for a marketing company, an ad offer, a landing page offer, an SEO offer, just seeing really who's resonating most with this. What is actually gauging the most interest? So if you're getting replies like, we have this covered, we already do this, our conversions are great, not interested, not relevant, that's when you really kind of are seeing like, okay, maybe this isn't the best fit. Number 2, so readability and short. You want your emails to be short and you want them to be so easy to read that your grandma can read it, your mom can read it, your little niece can read it, and just kind of understand really what you're saying. It's kind of a no-brainer if you really think about it. If you're making this in a way that like a third grader will understand what you're saying, it's just going to click a lot faster with the people you're reaching. So let's put this into context with like a little real life world, scenario. So you want to get a half off wings with your friends at a pub on a Tuesday night. So you decide to, shoot them a text. Would you type it like this? Hey Joe, I'm not sure if you're aware, but tonight is wing night at ABC Pub. I haven't been there in a while, and the wings are good. I'm not sure if you have been to it either. The garlic parm wings are pretty good. Have you ever tried those? Reason for me reaching out was because I was curious if you wanted to go with me there tonight. The wings are usually $17.99 for 10, but tonight they're $8.50, so it's a good opportunity. Do you have time to go tonight? Bro, just think about that. If your boy texted you that, you would say, are you hacked? What is that? Text is terrible. Your friend's probably not even going to respond to that. And if they do, they're just a good friend. But the reality is, when they do respond, it's not going to be right away. Because the amount of time it takes just to read that, especially with a text message, with being how small they are, people just have small attention spans. Why do we think TikTok is booming so much? And then YouTube Shorts, it's short for short attention spans. So the same concept goes with your emails. If it's a block of text, it's deleted or it's unread. They might read 1 to 2 sentences, then they're going to lose interest. The text to your friend should look something like this. Hey Joe, ABC Pub has half off wing tonight for $8 for 10 wings. The garlic parm wings are fire if you haven't tried them. Down to go around 7? Done. Easy. Short. They read it in 10, 15 seconds. Super simple. Higher reply rate. Quicker response time. Easy. You're even going to FOMO them with the garlic parm wing comment, just in case they've never tried it. Now let's talk about the readability aspect of things. So don't sound like Einstein when you're crafting your emails. Our intricate AI creative US-based strategy designed to eliminate extraneous ad spend with carousel routing for 1.4x and GFB in less than 34.3 days. Come on. Are you serious? Someone's going to say, is this a joke? Do not, talk like that, right? We're humans. They're human. I'm a human. We're all humans. An adult is not going to be able to really comprehend that as much as they were if it was just simple. Simplicity is key. That's why everything modern nowadays is so popular. So there's no way that a third grader can even understand that. Less thinking reduces the amount of friction for your prospect for them to send you a reply. Just got to remember that. We can cut your ad spend in half and increase your conversions by 43% in less than 30 days, or else we pay you $100. Wow. Boom. That's an offer. Great. A third grader is going to understand that. You lower my expenses on ads, and if you don't, I get paid $100? Simple, right? Way better than the intricate AI creative US-based strategy. I mean, no brainer right here. Don't overcomplicate it. If someone asks you, what phone do you have? Like you say, I have the Apple Incorporated iPhone 12 Pro Max, 126 gigabyte, space gray, unlocked. Or are you just going to be like, oh, I got an iPhone, right? Think about it. Number 3 is soft ask and open-ended CTAs. Typically, you see people asking for time or for a demo, a call. Don't do this. People do not like to be roped into things. You're talking to humans who have emotion. The difference between a computer and a human is logic and emotion. We have emotion. You're talking to a human that has emotion. People like people who care. Let's do a demo tomorrow at noon. Sound good, right? I'm going to book 15 minutes for the both of us to kind of chat more about this. It's the worst. That's the worst CTA in the world. Like, people get pissed. Like, I get pissed. Like, who are you to tell me what I'm doing, right? No one wants to be told what to do. Plus, the words like call or demo just turns the brain off. It's the sales lingo. So by asking a more open-ended question with a simple, soft ask, you'll generally see more replies. For this ad offer I keep using as an example, a good CTA could be, how are your ad campaigns going? Do you only run Facebook ads or do you use other platforms? Would you be the best person to talk to about this? I mean, these are fire. They're going to slap. These are absolutely great CTAs. I got an email the other day talking about how good cold email softwares are getting, and the CTA was, what platform are you using right now? I'm not in the market to switch, but it got me to reply. Of course, they were, trying to sell me on a new cold email tool, but I just replied, and I told them exactly what tool I was using. But it's just such a simple, soft ask. It's way easier to get responses this way than doing it the typical, hey, can I call you? Or let's get on a call in 10 minutes. Let's get on a call tomorrow. Let's just lock off some time. It's no bueno. But think about what I just said. If they told me about all the features of this new tool, blah, 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 this, blah, blah, that, and then say, can I call you tomorrow for a demo? I would have never even responded, right? I would have never even said anything. But the way that they did it originally, they got me to respond, which is good. Bumps the numbers, better reply rate, better deliverability. It's the goal, right? The goal of cold emails is to get the reply, right? Well, positive reply. But that is the goal here. Simply just asking what somebody thinks, it's a great call to action. It really is. Explain the offer, some case studies, and just ask them this. Hey, what do you think, Joe? Or, hey, do you prefer Facebook or Instagram ads? What's your process looking like right now? You get to the point, of what I'm trying to say, of what these all have in common. It's not a simple yes or no. It's an open-ended ask. 4, an offer, and a good one. This is the most important of them all. Absolutely, you need to have a good offer. But Jesse, I don't have an offer. I sell consulting or I sell software. Bro, every single thing in this entire universe is an offer. Every single thing that you buy, whether it was a product, some sort of service, whatever it may be, it's an offer. And like I said, let's break it down to a weird service and craft up an offer. So, gutter cleaning. Hi, sir. I can clean your gutters for $300. Are you interested? No, 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 no. That's pretty much what people are going to say. This is the type of stuff that, I'm seeing in my inbox, not actually gutter cleaning cold email, but this sort of structure of an offer, right? So, what are the main tangible benefits and resolved pain points that kind of come from this type of service? So, with gutter cleaning, no roof damage, no water damage inside the house, no pests, no mold. Okay, now let's get to work. Using all of these pain points of things that happen when you don't clean your gutters, we're going to craft up an offer to convince them that they actually do need it. So we help homeowners save $5,000 each year and live a mold-free life without ever having to worry about unwanted pests invading your home through our gutter irrigation process. I'll even toss in a call to action here. Do you know if you have mold in your gutters? I mean, I guarantee you, if someone saw that call to action, they're probably going to check. I think I would check because I actually don't know if I have mold in my gutters. Maybe I'll check after this video. But that's what I call an offer. Using this exact sort of structuring and formulation process for your offer, it just makes it work. So putting in a guarantee or a performance-based offering is even better, which can be done with almost every service-based offering. I'll make you a free YouTube video. If it doesn't get 10K views, you don't pay. So crafting your offer is just so important. It's the most important aspect of the cold email. So, make sure to really test out a few if you're really just starting out so you can kind of get that market feedback and see what resonates. So take the pain points, tangible benefits of your service or product that solves, and then you're just going to go to town. Zoom for the online video conferencing, they should have an offer. Close 68% more deals in half the amount of time with virtual meetings instead of just saying we have a video conferencing tool. Always just, ask yourself, like, so what? I have a project management tool that uses AI. Okay, so what? It helps you become more organized. Okay, so what? You'll get an extra 9 hours back on free time each week, and reporting plus other functionality for your business would be automated, saving you money on hiring new employees. Okay, well, that actually does kind of sound kind of interesting. All right, maybe I'll hear you out. 5, case studies and testimonials. So the proof is in the pudding, folks. We all know how important this is, whether you're doing this for your own outreach or you're doing this for a client's outreach. You need to leverage case studies and testimonials. If you can tell someone past results that you've done, they're going to FOMO in. They'll think, oh, if this was done for them, why can't it be done for me? I don't want to miss this opportunity. They must know something I don't. If they're doing it, I have to do it. I don't want to be left behind. Adding the one-liner, like the relevant case study to your script is massive. It's huge. And I'm hensing the word relevant because, if you helped a cosmetics brand increase their revenue by, 12%, email all cosmetic brands and only use that case study in your script. It's going to be 1,000 times more effective when you use that while you reached out to other cosmetic brands versus if you were to use that same case study when reaching out to apparel brands or farms or insurance companies. You kind of get where I'm going with this, right? So let's say you lowered the ABC brand's monthly ad spend by 50% or $5,000. Say you lowered it by 50% instead of saying that you saved them $5,000. If you made ABC brand an extra $843,000 in revenue, or you increased their revenue by 7%, Say you made them an extra 843K, not the 7% increase. Whichever number looks bigger, use that in your case study reference. I hope that makes sense. So here's kind of an example of what a case study sentence would sort of look like. Last month, we were able to cut XYZ's ad budget by 48%, and it resulted in an extra 58K in revenue for the month. If we can't do the same for you, we'll pay you $100. Are you the right person to be talking to about this? I ended up just doing a full script right there, but something like that hits, right? That is what it should be looking like. Short, sweet, relevant case study, good results, open-ended, soft ask right there at the end. People, either love to throw the work on someone else, or they just love to say, oh no, yes, I'm the individual who handles this. Or if they're not, they're so quick to say, oh no, that's Janet. No, she takes care of that. Just copied her. But this is a no-brainer offer. You could even switch the CTA to something like, mind if I send that case study over to you? Mind if I share a couple of our case studies? Instead of just, spraying and praying the case study, ask the people if they want to see the case study, get the reply, and then you send it out to them. Sauce. And here's just some ending thoughts. So make sure there's a product market fit with your offering. Write it in a way that a third grader can really understand it. Just keep it short, concise, sweet. Keep your CTAs to a very soft ask and make them more open-ended. The most important, structure an absolutely irresistible offer. And then use case studies to your advantage and keep them industry relevant when you can, because sometimes we don't have a case study for every single industry in the market. That's about it. So make sure to give me a follow on Twitter at _Jesse Rosa. Are you a B2B business looking to land more meetings with your ICP for a fraction of the price of hiring an additional SDR or even two? Well, book a call with us today at leadzest.com and we'll see if you're a right fit for us. Other than that, I hope you got some value from this. I just did some insane value sauce for you guys. Put in the comments below, any questions that you may have or ideas for another video. Thanks so much and take care, guys. Blessed sending, lads.